What's that? Yeah, absolutely.
How did Lee get out? Have one on that side.
Give me the high sign. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here on this rainy day here at the Buffalo Airport, out here in the garage with all the equipment. You know, we want to discuss the critical operations, which are, you know, is represented here at the airport as our transportation lifeline here in Western New York. This is our Buffalo Niagara International Airport, and it's a gem. I spent a lot of time in a lot of airports. This is by far and away the best experience, the best customer service, ease of travel. We're very blessed to have the airport as it is. Since coming to Congress, I have made airline safety one of my absolute top priorities, even starting the Aviation Safety Caucus. It was only days ago that we paused to remember the tragic events in the 17th anniversary of the horrific crash of Flight 3407 that forever changed our community. But it also changed aviation safety forever. As a district staffer on the site of that crash, who attended many of the funerals of the victims, that event helped spark my passion to fight for aviation safety now that I serve in Congress myself. It's always needs to be our number one priority in air travel, is safety for the staff, for the pilots, and for the flying public. And that's why when Congress was in charge of passing the 5-year reauthorization of the FAA reauthorization that sets national aviation standards, I fought to ensure that pilot training standards of 1,500 hours were preserved into law when they were challenged by the chairman, a member of my own party. The chairman of transportation wanted to strip that out. But our work didn't stop with the passage of that bill, and I realized we need to be committed to aviation safety 24/7, 365. And that's why I worked to found a bipartisan coalition of members of Congress to fight for aviation safety all the time. And there's been many instances where we've had to get together, and we talked about last week a bill that I'm working on with Congressman Kennedy that would close loopholes in the standards of our safety on the ground, because there are charter aircraft companies masquerading as charter flights, but they're really selling commercial service, and we need to close that loophole. When we think about having a safe flight, we often focus our attention on the pilots, but there are many men and women working around the clock, tirelessly, behind the scenes, that are just as critical to our aviation safety. And all the different facets and components of air travel need to be working together perfectly and with total precision. And it was important for me to understand that system from the inside out, and that's why I've spent time visiting and touring our air traffic control center and speaking with our controllers and others that work here in the ground crews in the issues that they're facing. And I want to ensure that they have the tools and the resources they need to ensure that our traveling public is always safe when it comes to the weather. And this has been a very challenging winter. We have the officials here joining me here today from the NFTA tell me that the official snow total here at the airport, which is kind of that gold standard, is at 85 inches of snow. If I told my colleagues out west or down south that we've had 85 inches of snow here, their eyes would bug out of their head. That's a number that they can't fathom. But we've only had, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes of time that this airport wasn't open to air traffic. That is a testament to the work and the training and the equipment and the year-round dedication that these employees, the NFTA, and our community has to make sure that they have all the tools necessary to keep this airport open and keep our important business travel moving, people's leisure travel, which is obviously very you know, everybody's time is very precious. That's really important. And you know, like I said, we know a little thing about snow here in Buffalo. These massive lake effect events can come here and cripple our region. We all remember the blizzard in 22. 4, 5, 6 feet of snow, depending on where you were, all falling over a matter of just a short number of days. The back-to-back November and December storms in 22, they caused multi-day closures here because of the amount of accumulation, because you run out of places to put that snow. And it put a spotlight on deficiencies at the airport that the NFTA was having with limited and outdated equipment. It's got to be something we all invest in all the time. Now the snow fighting team at this airport has been internationally recognized. They are the gold standard in the world for snow removal at the airport. And they tell me that in April, people will be coming back to learn from the personnel here on the ground in Buffalo as to how they can do better in their own backyards and make sure that they are using the best techniques to keep their airports clear. These men and women are true pros, and we're grateful for their hard work. But there's only so much a crew can do on their own. They need the right equipment, and they need the state-of-the-art equipment to handle the challenging Buffalo winters. And that's why I was very proud to work on this for 2 years. And I'm very proud to announce today that they're going to be officially receiving $1,482,000 in a federal investment that I got put into the federal budget for the purchase of high-capacity snow melters and runway snow blowers as a part of our recently passed and now signed into law transportation appropriations bill. This was a lot of hard work. We had a lot of false starts and stops, but we got the job done. Signed, sealed, delivered, signed into law by the president. This state-of-the-art equipment will allow them to remove snow more quickly and even more efficiently on the runways, on the taxiways, in the terminal ramp to keep our airport operations running safely and quickly. The Buffalo Niagara Airport is a critical driver of our economy. Generates $1.7 billion in economic activity, 12,000 jobs, and $127 million in annual state and local tax contributions. We must make the proper investments for our unique climate needs and that also protect the safety of our workers and our travelers alike. I will also always fight to bring home our fair share of federal dollars back to our community, and I can think of no greater regional asset to invest in than the snow removal equipment here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. And while it sits just outside the bounds of my district by about a mile, this is a critical driver for the region, and it takes the total collaboration of the entire federal delegation, all fighting to keep this airport operational, functional, and always running around the clock. This funding is going to have a very positive impact on our airport, on the Western New York economy, and all the travelers who put their trust in the air travel as safe and an efficient mode of transportation. So I thank you for your interest in being here today, and now I'm going to turn it over to the Buffalo Niagara International Airport's brand new Director of Aviation, Johan. Johan, thank you so much for being here with us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. Congressman Langworthy, members of the media, and all present, welcome to the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. I'm Johan Jaratner, NFTA's Director of Aviation for this airport as well as the Niagara Falls International Airport. The NFTA and Buffalo Niagara International Airport wish to express their gratitude to Congressman Nick Langworthy for his securing of a federal grant in the amount of $1,482,000 in the Transportation and HUD appropriations bill that was just signed into law by President Donald Trump. We will use this critical funding for the purchase of a high-capacity snowblower and a runway snow melter to be used on the runways, taxiways, and terminal ramps here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. The snow fighting team at the Buffalo Niagara Airport has repeatedly been recognized internationally as one of the best in the business, as the Congressman alluded to. The airport is an important driver of Western New York's economy, inducing approximately $1.7 billion in economic activity, supporting 12,000 jobs, and generating $127 million in annual state and local income tax contributions. The hard work of the airport's award-winning snow fighting team is the key to minimizing the negative impact that are sometimes tough winters can have on airport operations and the regional benefits that flow from those operations. As effective as the snow fighting team from the Buffalo Airport is, they are always looking for new ways to make this operation more effective, to allowing for the safe landing, takeoff and taxiing of aircraft, with as little disruption as possible to keep the commerce flowing. The snowblower and the snow melter, investment made possible by Mr. Langworthy's work, will help accomplish this goal. This equipment will make snow removal more efficient and reduce the cost of snow removal operations. We are grateful for this important investment and for Mr. Langworthy's leadership and advocacy on our behalf. Thank you, Congressman, and thank you all.
Thank you very much. Anything you want to add? Or? Okay. Any questions? And that's where you come in.
While this won't be new technology, as with any new equipment, it is constantly improved based on real-world experience, which they get in Buffalo. We've had multiple companies come and test equipment here because of the amount of snow that we receive. And so when we get new equipment secured by federal dollars, which we're very grateful for, that allows us to continually promote our job as the best snow fighting airport in the U.S.
I think this is all going to be right here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. So, you know, obviously the traffic here, you know, this airport, the fact that it was only down 20 minutes this entire really tough winter so far is a testament to their ability to fight snow. I have been delayed plenty this year as I travel more than most. I can probably say it's never because of a problem here. It's always a problem at the Washington airport. And they, you know, other airports in the country can't handle snow, cold, ice like we can here. This is going to keep them as the cream of the crop and help, you know, minimize those delays. We can't, you know, certainly affect what happens elsewhere, but when those planes get here, as long as they can land back where they're supposed to be going, they can keep that traffic flowing, and that's so important. Any other questions? Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We do appreciate it. Oh, I'm excited about it.
Oh, wise guy.